All right, it is 7 p.m. on Tuesday, October 27th, 2020, and I, Sandy Miles, will open the administrative board meeting. First, I need to do roll call. Trustees Chris Sample.
Here.
John Talbot. William Luxinger is absent. Dina Simpson is absent. Jen Christensen.
Here.
Jared Down.
Here.
President Rick Worm.
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onabany.
Here.
I, Clerk Sandy Miles, here. Attorney Mark Heinley.
He muted himself, he
All
said.
right.
Yes, I am here.
Thank you. Public Works Supervisor Brett Fergie.
Here.
Motion to let William Luxinger participate remotely due to work.
Second.
John makes a motion to allow William to participate remotely due to work. Jen seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Rick, you ready?
Yeah,
William?
came in hot.
I'm here.
Thank you. At 7:02.
All right.
We don't have to invite Brenda, do we? No, we don't.
No, Brenda's an appointed official. She doesn't
Right.
have to be invited.
I didn't think so, that's why I didn't
Thank you.
throw her name in.
You read the items on the consent agenda, please?
Yep, tonight for approval on the consent agenda is item number 1, the September 22nd Administrative Board Minutes. Item number 2 is the bills payable warrant list dated October 27th, 2020. Number 3 is resolution number 20-64, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a contract agreement between the Village of Davis Junction and Sterling Environmental for mold inspection. Number 4 is resolution number 20-65, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a contract agreement between the Village of Davis Junction and Sterling Environmental for asbestos inspection. Item number 5 is resolution number 20-66, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a proposal for professional services between the Village of Davis Junction and Willett Hoffman for Village Hall site study. And number 6 is resolution number 20-67, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a vehicle order from Brad Manning Ford for purchase of a 2021 Ford F-150 truck for the Public Works Department.
At this time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of the items off of the consent agenda for further discussion? Not hearing any, we'll entertain the first motion.
I move to place agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as the consent agenda.
Second.
Jen makes a motion that items 1 through 6 be put together inclusively as a consent agenda. Jared seconds. Wait, we should have any discussion.
Jen?
Roll call.
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Dina is absent. Chris?
Inclusively.
Yes.
William?
Is that me?
Yes.
Yes.
Second motion.
I move to adopt items 1 through 6 inclusively on the consent agenda, a consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 6 inclusively as a consent agenda. Jared seconds again. Roll call, please.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Dina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Motion passes 7:05. We don't have item C. There were no items removed. These are the reports of the officers. Just my apologies for running late tonight. We'll move on to Sandy.
I don't have anything.
Brenda?
Just, the new fob system did come in last week, so Sandy and I are learning new things. As I got to open it tonight, so that was nice. And just working on some quarterly reports and a lot of other things. That's it.
All right, we'll move on.
Actually, piggyback on Brenda. She reminded me of.
Go ahead, piggyback.
So, we did have the fob system installed and ran into a few hiccups. One of them being that there's a chip that's needed for the maintenance building to make it compatible with the new program that wasn't in the original quote, so I did have to sign a change order for that one to get that ordered. It was only $700. So I signed that one, so that we'll get that one ordered. And then we learned that when we took the antennas off the water tower, it disconnected not only the concession stand, but the wastewater treatment plant fob system. So we're kind of, I'm sure Fergie will talk to you more about this at some point, but we're kind of in a more of a hurried state to get that to get antennas back up there, simply because if something happens to the panel out there, we lose access to all the fob system out there, and we have no way of putting it back until those antennas go back,
Including opening the gate?
including opening the gate. So,
That wouldn't be good.
No, and so once they're ready to come back out and install those things, once we get the antenna back, I'm sure there will probably be an additional fee that again was not in the quote, simply because we didn't know until they got here that we were missing both of them. So, but other than that, Brenda's got it working on her computer now,
Well, that's,
for everything else besides those.
Anything further, Brenda?
No,
Committees, community development events?
Trick or treating is Saturday, 5 to 8. I'm working on getting the Olive Branch down here in a location on Tuesday evenings from 4 to 8, so hopefully we'll be able to find them a spot.
Tuesday.
What else to say? And I'm starting to work on the holiday event,
What is the Olive Branch again?
the food truck. It's the Greek food truck.
Greek food.
They're gonna be down here in the winter?
Yep.
They wanna start Tuesday.
Yeah, they wanna start Tuesday and go, I believe, till the beginning of December, or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't read the end date, I only read the first,
I have it in my conversations with him
yeah.
somewhere.
Well, I like that.
That's all I have.
Okay. Finance, William.
I got nothing.
Ordinance enforcement, Jared.
Nothing.
Parks, John.
Unless Nate left something with anybody, I have nothing this evening.
Is there a reason why our lights are on the ball diamond?
So people can see?
There was nobody there when I came through.
Did they put new bulbs
Well,
in?
is that down because of,
Usually there's a Tuesday night
Is
men's.
Nate not there?
No, he's not. Usually there's a Tuesday night men's.
I got an email from him. The town programming, the programming will end this week.
Yeah, and
Okay.
usually there's a Tuesday night men's league, which is.
I knew
why-
usually, but when I came through, I was like, there's nobody there.
Yeah, 'cause they were on yesterday too, so I didn't know if they put new bulbs in, 'cause sometimes the bulbs gotta be on for a certain reason.
Back to that, lost external control, can only do internal control of those right now too.
All right.
The antenna's missing from the tower.
That's why I said, I know before we were manually
Yeah.
turning them on, and
Yeah.
Anything further?
Tuesday, 4 to...
Streets, Chris.
Got anything?
Where's he gonna park?
Utilities, Dina.
Dina's not here, so you do have on the phone both Mark and Steve Boho. Before you get to, the two things that are on there, I had mentioned last week that the agreement with 3Bs had been, finalized at the attorney level, and so this is it coming back to us with, the agreement that we need to protect the village to then sign the IDOT agreement. But Steve did email me this evening, and so I wanted to just read it to you, because he did send it to me and the board. And so he said that the village attorney, Mark Heinley, and his attorney, Mark, and I'm gonna probably butcher this last name, Saladin, Sandy and myself have been working very hard and diligently drafting the agreement for your approval and subsequent approval for the utility permit. This has been a long process since we last spoke. Nevertheless, I believe all concerns have been carefully addressed. We are hopeful that we can commence connection within the next couple weeks. I'll be attending the meeting via teleconference, and I'll be available if there's any questions. Thank you all for your support of our project. We are looking forward to final completion and grand opening of our new building. Steve is on the line, Mark is on the line. If Mark wants to give a summary of what the agreement, where we've come to.
Is that different than what we read in the board packet?
Nope, what you have in the board pack is what they've already come to. As you'll see, Steve's already signed it. They're just waiting for our approval.
I saw that. Mark, did you wanna give us a summary?
Sure. The counterparty to this agreement, 3B, is used auto parts. One is located, I guess, outside of the village boundaries in unincorporated Ogle County, and is looking to connect a new water service line, to the village water main. And in order to do that, it's gonna require, them doing some work, beneath, the state highway. So IDOT, for reasons that someone else is probably better positioned to explain than me, IDOT is willing to issue a permit authorizing this sort of work to the village, as permittee, but not directly to 3Bs, as I understand it. So, in order for the village to feel comfortable entering into this, pulling a permit from the state for work that the village isn't ultimately going to be performing itself, we put together an agreement designed to insulate the village from liability if things should go wrong, since the village isn't the one that's actually performing any of the work. So the agreement identifies the appropriate steps that that 3Bs and the contractor need to take to make sure that they are not doing anything improper with contaminated soil, if there is any. It requires them to abide by all relevant laws when they're doing the work. It requires them to restore the property. And it says that if anything should go wrong and the state comes to the village, pursuant to some claim for property damage or otherwise, that 3Bs will indemnify, defend, and hold the village harmless from any of those claims. There's also some insurance requirements provided in this. And so, taken together, the purpose of the document is designed to, again, put the village in a position where, at your discretion, it can feel comfortable pulling the permit from the state and feeling comfortable that should something unexpectedly go wrong, that the property owner, 3Bs, will ultimately be the entity on the hook for the issues. This has gone through a number of drafts. It's gone back and forth many times before landing in front of you. And the form that it lands in front of you is acceptable to 3Bs. And so if it is also acceptable to you, then it would put the positions the parties in a position to move forward, where the village would presumably sign the permit that's been provided by the state and release the parties to start working.
I did ask Dina for if she had any comments on this before tonight's meeting when she informed me that she wouldn't be attending. And so, as I did with Steve's comment, this is Dina's comment. She said that she feels that it's mutually beneficial for us to do this, as Steve's been an extremely good partner in the process, and since we ran into concerns, really, Steve's done everything that we've asked him to do, other than they will ask about is the cost, and this isn't necessarily a cost or anything, that the cost is borne by 3Bs, but it's the only way for them to connect to us, which we are requiring, so we can't imagine why this wouldn't be passed. So, there is some cost that we've incurred, but we're the one demanding that he connect. But Dina's recommendation is to pass it.
I just have one question. When we talked about it before, if we had to move it, we would still be responsible for moving it if the state widened or whatever. That hasn't changed, right?
I don't believe that any of the state's requirements have changed from IDOT. Yeah.
All right,
To our knowledge, IDOT's still requiring the same stuff of us.
all right.
Ready?
Anybody else have questions?
Nope.
And actually, Chris, the IDOT permit that's before you for approval as the secondary item is the same one that you guys saw months ago.
No, I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah,
I just, and I knew that that we would be, it would be our responsibility if they do widen it, which I don't really have an issue with, because I don't see that coming anytime soon,
We should motion in second before we discuss.
I can't do either of
That's fine. I'll make a motion. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion for approval of resolution number 20-68, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of an indemnification and hold harmless agreement between the Village of Davis Junction and 3Bs Used Auto Parts Incorporated.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to approve resolution number 20-68. Chris seconds. Is there any further discussion?
Nope, I took care of mine earlier.
I think it's a good partnership.
I think so too, they've been
Because
great.
I think he's made it look really
Yes.
nice out there, and
Beautiful.
And then one day the little red house just disappeared.
I know. No, I think it looks great out there.
Beautiful arrangement.
I'll probably be talking to him tomorrow.
He's also on the phone. I don't know if Steve wants
Oh.
to say anything.
Well, thank you, Steve.
He's in there somewhere.
Thank you. I'm sorry I was muted. Thank you for the nice compliments.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
John?
Yes.
Dina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes,
Jared?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-17.
I'll make a motion.
Follow up.
You got it, Jen.
Approval of IDOT utility permit for work to be completed in the state right-of-way east side of Illinois Route 251, just south of Illinois Route 72.
Second.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to approve IDOT utility permit for work to be completed in the state right-of-way east of Illinois Route 251, just south of Illinois Route 72. John seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-18. On that, item B under utilities, kind of a learning moment. This is something that was asked on one of the community pages, whether it was rants or communities, or whether or not, the whole thing with having to have permits within the village, of whether the state of Illinois requires the village to get permits. Yes, they do, and this is proof. So, just to show it out there, that this is one of those times we had to get a permit from the state to do this. Anybody have anything on economic development?
I could add one thing to
Oh, go ahead.
utilities, please.
Back to
Just
utilities.
so everyone, knows, as of yesterday morning, the water tower is back online. The temporary tanks have been drained. Hopefully they will be gone, hopefully this week. So, we did our first test run today of the plant. Everything started in auto. So,
Beautiful.
we are officially back on tower water, so
Are you glad?
I'm extremely happy.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
No
everybody.
more midnight filling tower?
Nope, and just the entire crew, Public Works, Parks even had a hand in it, everybody had a hand in this project, so, everyone did an outstanding job to keep this moving along, so.
Thank you to everyone.
And
Make
I-
sure to
and
give
I
them
think
all our
the
thanks.
company who did it they were very quick.
Everyone, it was great. That's all I have, thank you.
All right, back to economic development. Public? Steve?
I got an announcement to make.
No comment from me, other than, thank you for the hard work, Mark Heinley, and all the patience and persistence that you went through with my attorney, Mark. And I think we did a real good job, addressing this new experience, with dealing with the state and dealing with IDOT. And I just want to thank you very much. It's been a long, arduous journey for me. And I'd like to add, thank you to Sandy also, who's been very instrumental in helping us out.
On behalf of the village, thanks for
Thank
cleaning
you.
up the corner. It looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you. That's our style.
Jared had something to say?
Yeah, I've had a couple phone calls, people asking if the fire station was gonna be open for voting on Tuesday. Yes, it will be open, so you guys can go cast your votes at the fire station.
In follow-up to that, Village Hall is not a voting site. We are not an early voting site, and we cannot help you. I did ask Sarah to please post that. We're receiving a lot of phone calls of people asking us if they can come here to vote. So no, we're also directing them to the fire station or early voting in Oregon.
Brenda, that is a really high window where you're sitting on the floor.
Where are you at,
Except
Brenda?
Daniel, in her office.
Oh, you're here?
Yeah.
Can't hear you,
She
Brenda.
just can't be in here.
Oh, okay.
Good sign language.
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Brenda, you're muted.
Any of the board members have anything further? Brenda, Sandy, Brett?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
John makes a motion to adjourn, Chris seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. We're adjourned at 7:21.